Hey guys, it's Brian from Laser Kayak Fishing. Here today to show you how to replace the bearings on an Abu Garcia 5600 reel, and we're going to be replacing them with these Boca bearings. These are ABEX 7 orange seal ceramic bearings. These are an upgrade over traditional steel bearings. Ceramic creates less friction, which equals longer casting distances, and also they run completely dry. There's little to no maintenance on it, and they won't rust or corrode like steel will. So in a kayak, these reels see a lot of abuse, and these bearings should add a lot of lifetime to the reel. So before we get started, let's do a quick spin test of the reel. We'll see what we get as far as and compare it to once we get the bearings in there. See, we don't get that much from the stock bearings here. About 4 seconds from it. So let's go ahead and get started. To replace the bearings, we're going to take these 3 screws off the top cover. Now when you do this, there's a small nylon washer that sits on the screw. You want to make sure that you hang on to that and don't lose it. Once we got those 3 screws out, we can go ahead and lift off the cover, put that over to the side, and there's this plastic piece with gears that basically runs the level wind system for you. It simply lifts off. We won't need that. And now you can go ahead and remove the spool. Put the reel over to the side, because both bearings are housed right here on the spool. There's this bearing here that's held in by a little pin, and on this side, gear holds that bearing in place. Go ahead and just lift that gear off, and the bearing just slides right on out of there. Now to remove this side with that pin going through it, there's a special pair of pliers we can use. I don't think they're really needed. You could just use a simple pair, that screwdriver that you used, push the pin through, and then take your pliers and go ahead and pull that pin back out. Put that over to the side, and that bearing slides right on out. Now these orange seal bearings you can get from Boca Bearings. Website is www.bocabearings.com. There's a whole list there, drop down menu of all different kinds of reels that they have. If you don't see the reel that you have listed, give the guys a call. They should be able to help you out. To replace the bearings on this, we're going to put them back on the same way we took the other ones off. Simply slide it back over there, and this pin, go ahead and push that back into place. Use back of your screwdriver again, and you want it to be about halfway in there. Now on this side, let's go ahead and slide that bearing back on there and replace the gear. Slide that down. Drop it back into your reel housing there, and we're going to replace this piece of plastic that holds the level wind system. Now make sure that your level wind lines back up with the holes there. Drops down into place. Once you got that, you can go ahead and put this cover back on there. You might have to turn this gear up top here, make sure they mesh right. Once you got that, you should be good. I'll go ahead and replace the cover. Put your screws back in there. Now you don't want to tighten these all the way up until you get all 3 of them in. Just snug them up, And then once they're all in there, you can go back and turn it about another quarter of a turn. Get them tight. Now with this, I can already notice a difference with the smoothness of the reel. Before, I couldn't just flick it with one finger like that and let it turn. Let's go ahead and do the spin test again. Oh, my finger hit the level line there. Much better. That's almost, I don't know, 4 times as much as the original bearings had in it. So they seem good. It'll take some time. These bearings still have to break in. They say give it a little bit of time, do a little fishing with it, and the performance of the bearing should get better. So we'll see. I'll update you. But so far, reel seems a lot smoother, a lot nicer. I don't notice. I've read before that there's a little extra noise from the ceramic bearings since they run dry. I don't notice that compared to the regular bearings. I really don't notice that big of a difference. Doesn't bother me. It sounds normal. I don't notice any added noise, but they say if it does bother you, you can put a drop of oil in the bearings and that'll help quiet them down. Other than that, I'm pretty impressed. Excited to get it out fishing. And thank you guys for watching. Go to www.bocabearings.com and they'll get you set up with some bearings. Take care, guys.